Hello students, this is Shweta Roy. This video is for Assessment 1. In this video, we are going to discuss about the question answers of the Assessment 1, which belongs to chapter 1 to 6, and also we'll do a quick revision of chapter 6. So what is weather? The temporary conditions of the atmosphere of a place is called weather. The weather of a place may change daily. Like rainy, sunny. Climate. Climate is the average pattern of a particular place over a long period of time, and it takes years to change the climate of a place. For example, summer season, winter season, rainy season. Now the climate of the earth is divided into three zones: torrid zone, temperate zone and frigid zone. So first here we will discuss about torrid zone, and this zone lies between Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. This is the hottest region of the earth because it receives direct rays of the sun throughout the year. The meaning of torrid is hot, and this zone is also known as tropical zone. Next is temperate zone, and this zone lies between Tropic of Cancer and Arctic Circle in the north and Tropic of Capricorn and Antarctic Circle in the south. This zone receives slanting rays of the sun, and thus it receives much less heat than the torrid zone. The climate remains mild throughout the year. Third is frigid zone, and this zone lies beyond the Arctic Circle in the north and beyond the Antarctic Circle in the south. Sun never rises above the horizon, and thus this area gets least amount of heat. This is the coldest regions of the earth. Now we have the topic factors which determine the climate of a place. Latitude or distance from the equator, altitude, distance from the sea, direction of the wind and rainfall. Now places close to equator receive more sunlight, thus they are hot. Places far from the equator receive less sunlight and those areas remain cold. Places located on hills or mountains are cooler when compared to the plains because the higher elevation has colder climate. Air is less denser on the high altitudes and do not trap the sunlight. Third is distance from the sea. So the area which is close to sea has no much variation in temperature because land breeze and sea breeze continuously blow from cooler sea to the hotter land and vice versa. Fourth, direction of the wind. Now areas have the wind the direction of wind influences the climate. Now air moves from high pressure regions to low pressure regions and those are known as wind. Now fifth is rainfall. Areas with heavy rainfall have moderate temperature and areas with less rainfall have dry and hot temperature. Deserts are the dry regions as their annual rainfall is less than 25 centimeter. Now we have the question answers from the assessment. So here is the question, describe an aquatic food chain. The food chain inside a water body follows the process of the flow of energy from the producers and the scavengers. The small fish feed on aquatic plants and insects and they become food for the large fish. Next is describe the role of decomposers in the food chain. Decomposers are responsible for breaking down the body of dead plants and animals. These are then absorbed in the soil as minerals. Next is, what is the structure of the lungs? The lungs are two balloons like soft and spongy bags. They are present inside the chest in a bony structure called the rib cage, which protects them. They expand when we take in oxygen and contract when we breathe out carbon dioxide. Next is, what causes the disease marasmus? Marasmus is caused due to deficiency of proteins, fat and carbohydrates in the food items. What are the uses of planes? Planes are useful in several ways. Plains have fertile soil and are ideal for agriculture. The rivers flowing through the plains provide sufficient water for irrigation. It is easy to construct buildings, build roads and lay down railway tracks on a flat surface. Now we have fill in the blanks. A book of map is called an atlas. The climate in the temperate zone remains mild throughout the year. The spinal cord is responsible for controlling and monitoring reflexes. Malfunctioning of an organ of the body like the liver or the kidneys can be regarded as a non-communicable disease. Mount St. Helens of the United States of America is an example of a volcanic mountain. I hope you all understood all the topics taught in this video. Thank you.